Hey friends, welcome back to Cooking with DeeDee's. I hope you guys have been enjoying this $20 grocery challenge that I came up with. I was able to purchase a lot of groceries and I developed a meal plan that would last my household, which is just two of us because we're empty nesters now, for 10 days. If you've been following along and you are a family of 4 or 5, it should have lasted you 5 to 7 days. So this is the final menu for that plan. This is days 9 and 10 for my household. So that's what we're going to do today. But before we get in there, I want to talk with you about something that's really heavy on my heart. Have you made plans for your final expenses, your plans of how you want things to go when it's time for you to leave this realm? I've been working with one of my elderly family members, and we found this amazing attorney. His name is attorney Anthony A. Shepard. He's in Southeast Houston, but he's been over there a long time working with the late attorney James Fuller. This attorney is amazing. We reached out to him on a Monday because my elderly family member does not want to stress out the family. She wants everything a certain way when it's time for her to cross over. So she wanted a will created. Attorney Anthony Shepard is affordable, he's professional, he's efficient, and he's kind. We met with him, I think, on a Tuesday. By Thursday, the will was done, filed down with the county clerk's office, and it's just been a wonderful experience. And I think every family needs to sit down and make sure that you have your plans in order, whether it's a will, whether it's a trust. You want to do that because your family's going to be grieving you, and this will take less stress off of your family if everything's written down and finalized officially on how you want things to go. This attorney also does criminal law, civil, probate, real estate. Attorney Anthony A. Shepard, Southeast Houston. I'm going to take a close-up when I'm done with my cooking video and share it at the end. Give him a call if you're in Southeast Houston. He's extremely affordable, all right? Now, let's get in this kitchen. Got those chicken legs, that's the last pack of the meat. I'm making like a chicken stewed and rice, or kind of like a brown stewed rice, but it's not Jamaican and it's not pollo, what is it, quesada. I've been to Jamaica, I've been to Mexico, Puerto Rico. I love all those places. So today I'm getting in here and I'm mixing in all of the flavors. So I'm not going to call it any of that. This is on DeeDee's brown stew chicken and rice tonight, all right? And I'm going to serve it with some salad. Ready to get in the kitchen with me? Let's go.
All right, guys, I have washed my chicken and I removed most of the skin. I left some on because I think it adds a little bit of extra flavor. You want to wash and pat dry your chicken and season it. You can use the measurements that I have in the description of the video, or you can tweak it to fit your taste buds. Make sure you saturate your chicken. I added some browning sauce. I let it marinate in the refrigerator. You want to marinate at least for 1 hour. All right, on medium-high heat, that's the temperature I usually cook on. You want to add some cooking oil, and I added cooking oil and a little butter. Place your chicken in your skillet, and as you can see, my skillet is pretty crowded. I had these 3 that wouldn't fit, so I'm going to go on and cover them with foil and bake them in the oven. After about 5 minutes, you want to add a little bit of chicken broth. Turn your chicken pieces over, and I'm using drumsticks, so you can use drumsticks, thighs, chicken tenders. Chicken tenders you wouldn't cook as long. And I'm seasoning throughout this process. Like I said, I'm experimenting, so I'm seasoning and just doing freestyle, but use the recipe down in the description part. I'm trying to work in this browning sauce so that it will mix. I added it before I marinated, but it wasn't as dark as I'd like for my chicken to be, so that's why I added more. Now, remember, this is a 10-day process, so I'm out of fresh onions and bell peppers, all that good stuff. But I always keep some frozen onions, bell peppers in my freezer, so that's what I'm using today. If you have fresh onions, green and red bell peppers, go on and use that. I'm using what I have because I was trying not to go to the store during this 10-day super, $20 grocery store challenge. So that's why I'm using frozen. But if you have fresh, of course, fresh is always better. All right, you want to keep saturating your chicken with the broth. And like I said earlier, if you can marinate your chicken for at least an hour, this will be better because by then the seasoning is well into your chicken. Now, what you see me here, I'm sprinkling some dried garlic that a friend of mine gave me, and I actually cook with that. I love it, especially when I don't have fresh garlic on hand. You want to add your bay leaves in. I added about 2 or 3. And that's going to pump up the flavor of your chicken. Let it simmer on low. Now I'm adding about a cup of water. And I know it seems like it's going to be a bunch of liquid, but once you're almost through with this, most of that is going to come down. I didn't have any fresh peppers, so I'm using this delicious Sirachi Hot Sauce. It has I forgot what kind of peppers, sriracha and some other type of peppers. That's what I'm using to go on and pump up this dish a little bit. It's optional. If you have fresh peppers, you can use chili peppers, some Scotch Bonnet. Be careful with the Scotch Bonnet. That's very spicy. This here helps me temper it to the heat that I would like using the sauce. Go on and add about 3 tablespoons of ketchup. To your broth, work it in good. As you can see, my skillet is getting a little more room in it, so maybe once the pieces that are in the oven bake in, I might be able to squeeze those in later. And this dish, like I said, is for days 9 and 10. Lower your temperature to medium. Let it simmer for about 7 to 10 minutes. Remove your lid. And you want to turn your chicken over again because you want to make sure your chicken is thoroughly cooked all the way through. And I tell you, this smells so good. I wish you could smell this. Oh, it smells good and it looks good. It looks so yummy. All right. Sorry, I accidentally bumped into the camera. Now I'm adding some additional smoked paprika. And paprika, in my opinion, really doesn't have flavor, but that smoked paprika, it does add flavor. I'm adding some more of the frozen vegetables that I had, the onions and bell pepper, adding a little bit more of this Sirachi hot sauce. I'll take a picture of that bottle and share it with you at the end. So you can use that liquid Sriracha hot sauce, or you can buy some peppers and add it to your pot. If you do add fresh peppers, I would encourage you to deseed it so that it's not too hot unless you like it hot. My bae does not like real spicy food. I do, but I'm not cooking just for myself. Put the lid back on. Let it simmer for about 5 more minutes, 5 to 7. And the key is to make sure that your chicken is nice and tender. You want to remove your bay leaves. Bay leaves are used just to add flavor to your dish. You don't want to munch down on a bay leaf, okay? So make sure you remove all of your bay leaves. And this dish total probably took about 45 minutes max to cook. 45 minutes to an hour stovetop. All right, it's done. It looks good. It smells good. I've done a taste test and it's perfect. It's not too spicy for my household. It's rich and it's yummy. I'm going to serve this with over some rice and a side salad. Hit me up in the comments and let me know, what did you think of this video? All right? And don't forget to hit like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.